Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. I've shared this Karen before. Last time she couldn't keep her lips zipped. Today, she tries her very best to remain silent because the court thinks she's sloshed. If you missed the last appearance, link will be in the video as well as in the description. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Ma'am, are you Stacy Zip?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is an arraignment. There are two files. In file 2644519, the charge is that on or about November 19th of last year, you operated a motor vehicle while intoxicated or impaired. Charges the third offense with an habitual third offense notice. So if convicted, you face up to 10 years imprisonment. You're also charged with resisting or obstructing Officer Jacob Depew in the performance of his duties. Also as an habitual offender, third offense, exposing you to up to 4 years imprisonment. Count 3 alleges operating a motor vehicle while your driver's license was suspended as a second offense, exposing you to up to 1 year in jail. And count 4 alleges that you had an open container of alcohol in the vehicle, exposing you to up to 90 days in jail. You understand those charges and the maximum possible penalty in each. Ma'am, did you hear me? Is she frozen?
It doesn't appear so.
Oh, now ma'am, did you hear what I said? Ms. Zip, can you hear me? She seems to be having difficulties. Let me go back to the Lalonde matter. Mr. Trush, is she eligible for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, Your Honor. I met with Miss Lalonde Sherwood. She will qualify for counsel.
All right, ma'am, we already have your address verified. We will send you notification as to basically it's in the name of your attorney. Give him a call and discuss the case with him. Do you have any questions? Okay, I know you shook your head no. I can't hear you. You may be muted, but just as long as you know what to do.
I'm so sorry about that. I guess I was muted.
Okay. All right, just be sure to call your attorney as soon as you get that information.
All right, perfect. Thank you, guys.
Okay, yeah, thank you. All right, Ms. Zip, are you back? Can you hear me? Can you speak so I can make sure I can hear you?
I can hear you.
Okay, and I can hear you. Did you hear what I said when I read those charges to you? Can you hear me now?
Judge,
can
I
hear
just
you.
want to let you in on something. I got an email from the Miss Hill this morning that apparently Miss Zip called and was very rude and condescending and sounded intoxicated. She does seem, when she wants to talk, that she's slurring her words. And she's refusing essentially to talk to the court, and I think that might be the reason why. So I have suspicions that she's currently intoxicated and probably not of the right mind to be arraigned. And I think to whatever extent the court has the authority, I would ask that she go down to the sheriff's office and take a PBT.
Ma'am, you are out on bond. Excuse me, Mr. Fortier is the prosecutor. Did you hear what he said? You need to answer me. Refusing to talk to the court is a contempt of court charge. I will give you a chance to talk to an attorney right now if you want to do that. Do you want to do that, ma'am? Okay. But when you're done with that, you have to come back into the courtroom. If you don't come back into the courtroom, I am going to issue a bench warrant for your arrest. Do you understand? Okay, so when you get an invitation on your screen to a breakout room, Mr. Trush, do you feel you're up to speed on this? You probably know as much as I do.
Yes, Your Honor, I think I understand the situation.
Okay. All right, and that's basically what I'm interested in. She's also facing, were you back in court when I read the charges against her?
I was not, however, based on the case code,
Okay, all right, fair
I
enough.
can glean that.
Okay, all right, so Mr. Trush, he's an attorney, he handles court-appointed cases and lots of criminal cases. He will talk to the case, give you his recommendations, and then I'll decide what to do at that time. So make sure you come back, or as I said, there will be a bench warrant. Be sure to accept that invitation and you can speak to Mr. Trush. That will be a private conversation that will not be recorded. Mr. Horgan, see anything going on in the zip file with those?
So she just appeared in the waiting room. So I'm letting her back
Okay.
in. I'm not sure if she got disconnected.
Do you know where Mr. Trush? Oh, there's Mr. Trush. All right. You're back. I apologize a bit for the delay. We had a case where we had to get an interpreter on. Mr. Trush, do you have any information?
Thank you, Your Honor. A few things by way of the arraignment. I have discussed this with Ms. Zip. She understands the allegations against her and the maximum penalties that she could face. She would stand mute to those charges today, and she would exercise her right to remain silent. Well, and that's all I'm sorry. And I did discuss with her appointed counsel. She has indicated at this time she is not seeking appointed counsel.
All right. And do you believe that she understands her rights? Whoops.
I do.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Ms. Zip, I know you've exercised your right to remain silent, but do you agree with everything your attorney said?
Yes.
All right. All right, the court will indicate that. I don't know, Mr. Trush, if you knew, in addition to the felony file, there's a misdemeanor file, which is another charge of driving while license suspended first. And I'm going to operate under the same assumption with that.
Correct. And she discussed that with me as well.
Okay, all right. Having said all that, let me turn to you, Mr. Fortier. Do you have any bond requests?
Several, Judge. First, I mean, given kind of the factual circumstances, what we have here today, obviously, when she was arrested on this charge, she posted a bond. However, given the fact that she is, I mean, without question, in my mind, under the influence of alcohol here today, I would ask that her bond be raised and she have to turn herself in and post a new bond. I'm not sure what bond was put in place originally, but I would ask
Maybe-
for a $5,000 cash surety only bond.
All right.
In addition to the fact that she was recently on probation for an OWI related offense, and then she picks this one up. And then she, while she was out on bond for this offense, she committed a new offense for driving on a suspended license. Second, I just think it's entirely inappropriate. Her behavior in front of the court shows she's a danger to the community. That she's not going to stop driving drunk. I mean, you can see her reactions here. So at this point, I would ask for her bond to be elevated, the standard conditions to be in place, and that she report via community corrections. There be an order of no drugs, no alcohol.
Mr. Trush, are you able to indicate, I'm sorry, Mr. Horgan, are you able to indicate what the bond currently is? Do you have that information?
So I don't see.
And I may have misspoke too, Judge. I'm sorry. I remember her being on probation for something, but I don't know if it was an OWI. So please don't rely on that information at the moment.
right.
Just allow me to double check what was going on.
All right, Mr. Horgan?
I don't see where a bond was ever set.
Mr. Truce, do you know if she posted any type of cash bond?
So, Your Honor, I don't believe so. The information that I have was that on the evening of the arrest, basically they booked her into the jail and released her that same day without ever conducting an arraignment, no bond conditions. Insofar as the prosecutor's suggestion that she's intoxicated, while neither admitting nor denying, I don't think there's any prohibition. I extensively went through with her if she's on probation, if she was when she was previously on probation, and what bond conditions, if any, were put in place with both of these two arrests. And frankly, I don't think that there are any bond conditions that are put in place. And I mean, that's sort of the purpose of the arraignment here today, is to address bond and put the bond conditions in place. Certainly at this time, I'm not going to object to standard conditions like no alcohol, reporting to community corrections. Frankly, even if I did object to them, the court will put them in place anyway. I mean, those are very standard conditions. The court can and should put them in place. But at least as of today's date, I don't think there's any authority or any bond conditions that prohibit her from consuming if she was. We can question the wisdom of that given the charges. But again, I don't think she's in violation of any court orders at present, even if she was intoxicated. So again, in terms of the bond, I would suggest that the bond should be set in line with what the charges are, the nature of the charges, and would just ask the court to, again, to impose conditions today and put whatever bond the court thinks is appropriate, keeping in mind that she has voluntarily appeared here today, despite the fact that she did not actually receive the notice of today's hearing, only found out about it this morning when talking to court staff.
All right, Ms. Zip, I assume you have no problem answering this question. If you do, I understand that. Do you get your mail on South in Gaylord? Mr. Truce, do you have an address for her? If not, I'll ask.
I can provide it to the court. She did give it to me, but I did not write it down.
Okay, all right. Ma'am, if you want to, that's fine. I know you've exercised the right to remain silent. That's more of an administrative function. If you wish to have well, do you want to give your address?
I have not received mail outside of the show since I'm free.
I'm not doubting that, ma'am. We just need an address to send things to.
I've given it to the court on numerous occasions.
Okay,
Ms.
All right.
Zip, please just
Tasha
provide your
haven't repeated
address.
it back to me.
let me just read the address we have and you tell me if that's it or not. And Mr. Horgan, could you read the current address that you have?
Yes, the current address in the system is in Gaylord.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. That's what we'll do. So then here is to the rest of the situation. I am going to obviously order no consumption or possession of alcohol or unprescribed drugs. No going into a place where alcohol is served by the glass. You're to report to community corrections in just a minute. I will give you their phone number. You're to call them within 2 hours of this, the completion of this hearing. In other words, by about 1:30.
I've already talked to Natasha 3 times today.
And you're also to take daily PBTs. That will be a specific part of the order. You are here. I will tell you that if you're on a cash bond already, I would raise it significantly. I do have to take into account the fact that you did appear. On the other hand, it does appear to me that you're under the influence of alcohol or at least something, probably alcohol. And I'm not here to argue it. I'm not finding you in violation of a bond condition, because there wasn't that bond condition there. If that bond condition had been there, I would be ordering you to immediately go to the sheriff's department and take a breathalyzer test of some kind, but I don't believe that I have the authority to do that now. I am going to set a $1,000 cash or surety bond, and you will need to surrender yourself to the sheriff's department within 24 hours to post that bond. And I will also tell you, and I guess this is just in the way of giving you fair warning, since you are apparently either going to represent yourself or hire your own attorney, but to give you fair warning, the prosecutor can always move to revoke bond. That's always within their right to do that. And I would be very, very confident that he will if there's any belief that there's any consumption of alcohol or drugs in the future. As to what he's going to do now, I don't know. He can always ask to have it raised or changed. So can your attorney or yourself. You can ask to have it lowered. But Mr. Horgan, do you have the information that you need to complete the bond sheets?
Yes, I do.
All right, and ma'am, Ms. Zip, I'm going to give you that phone number for community corrections. Like I say, you'll need to call them within 2 hours. Are you ready for that phone number?
Go ahead.
Did you get that?
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Trush, Mr. Fortier, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor.
I think
Thank you.
that, Mr. Horgan, does that complete the docket?
Yes, that's everyone.
All right, I thank you all for your assistance. Ms. Zip, please keep the court's orders in mind.